Hello students, today we are going to learn about the endocrine system. The endocrine system is the series of glands that produce and secrete the hormones that the body uses for the wide range of functions. So the endocrine system is nothing but the system which maintains the hormone level within the body. This controls many different bodily functions that are respiration, metabolism, reproduction, sensory perception, movement, sexual development, and growth. So these are the functions which is maintained by the endocrine system. Hormones are produced by the glands and sent into the bloodstream to the various tissue in the body. So through the endocrine gland, the hormones are produced and it is secreted into the bloodstream, and through the bloodstream it's circulated into the body tissue. They send signals to those tissue to tell them what they are supposed to do. When the glands do not produce the right amount of hormone, disease develop that can affect many aspects of life. So it is necessary to maintain the hormone level within the body, otherwise it leads to the disease. Whether it is overproduction or less production of hormone, it leads to the disease condition in our body. So now there are two type of glands present in the body, that is exocrine and the endocrine. So exocrine gland secretes their products into the body duct, which carry the products into the body cavity, the lumen of the organ or the outer surface of the body. So exocrine gland secrete their products into the body duct, then it goes to the body cavity and then into the lumen of the organs. So the example of the exocrine glands are sebaceous gland, mucous glands, and the digestive glands. So these are glands known as the exocrine glands. And the second type of the glands is endocrine gland, which secretes their products into the extracellular space around the secretory cells. The secretions diffuse into the capillaries and are carried throughout the body. So endocrine system, uh, that is endocrine gland, produce their product, that is hormone, and circulate into the extracellular space. Through the extracellular cellular space, it goes into the different capillaries, and then this capillary is carried out throughout the body by the circulatory system. So these two type of glands present within the body, that is exocrine and the endocrine. So the endocrine system is a composed of a body endocrine gland. So there are different glands which is included in the endocrine system, that are the pituitary gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, then adrenal, pineal gland, and the pancreatic islet. So these are the endocrine gland. You can see in the picture, this is the pineal gland, this is the hypothalamus, this is the pituitary gland, then this is the parathyroid gland, then thyroid, this is the thyroid gland, then this is the adrenal gland here, right here. Then hormone. So the endocrine gland is mainly responsible for the secretion of the hormones. So hormone is nothing but this is the chemical, or we can say the substance, chemical substance, that is carried out by the cell tissue and initiate the specific action, right? So the hormone have different function, right? Then hormone can have very powerful effect even when they present in a very low concentration. There are approximately 50 different hormones produced in the human body. The specific cells which are affected by the hormone are known as the target cells. So target cells is the cells which affected by the hormones. How they affected? So hormone influence the target cells by binding to protein or glycoprotein in the cell membrane called the receptor. So the hormone is bind by the protein into the cell membrane. It's known as the receptor. So this type of procedure is take place. Now the functions. So there are mainly regulation function of the hormone, that is the chemical composition, regulate the chemical composition and volume of the internal environment, help to regulate the metabolism and the energy balance, help to regulate contraction of the smooth and the cardiac muscles fibers and secretions by the gland. It's maintain the homeostatic. Homeostatic means the internal environment maintenance, right? It is maintain the internal environment state. Now, pituitary gland and the hypothalamus. So first gland is pituitary gland. So the pituitary gland, it is also known as the hypophysis gland, is attached to the hypothalamus at the base of the end. You can see in the picture, it is attached to the hypothalamus, right? The hypothalamus is the major integrating link between the nervous and the endocrine system. So in the endocrine system, the hypothalamus is the major organ or the part of the body which has a major functions. All through the pituitary gland is sometimes called the master endocrine gland. So the master endocrine gland is a pituitary gland. Together, the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland regulate all the aspects of growth, development, metabolism, and homeostatic. So there are two gland in the pituitary gland, that is posterior pituitary and the anterior pituitary. The pituitary is the size of the pea. The weight is about 500 mg and consists of two main parts that originated from the different cells. So as we know, there are two parts of the pituitary gland, anterior pituitary gland and the posterior pituitary gland. So anterior pituitary is an upgrowth of the granule epithelium. So anterior pituitary is also known as the adenohypophysis, and it is upgrowth of granule epithelium, whereas posterior pituitary gland is downgrowth of the nervous tissue from the brain. So it is known as the neurohypophysis. So this is the difference between the anterior pituitary gland and the posterior pituitary gland. There is a network of the fibers between the hypothalamus and the posterior pituitary gland. See, pituitary gland, right? It is a small structure at the base of the brain. Now the blood supply. So arterial blood, this is the from branches of the internal carotid artery. The anterior lobe is supplied indirectly by the blood that has already passed through the capillary bed in the hypothalamus, and the posterior lobe is supplied directly. Now the influence of the hypothalamus on the pituitary glands. As we know, the hypothalamus is the main part through which the hormone balance is maintained in our body. So the hypothalamus controls the release of hormones from both anterior as well as the posterior pituitary gland, but in a different way. So it is the part of the body which control the hormones release level. Okay, now the hormones of pituitary gland. So anterior pituitary gland's hormones are GH, that is growth hormone. Then TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone. Then ACTH, that is adrenocorticotropic hormone. Then TRL, prolactin hormone. LH, luteinizing hormone. FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone. So these are the hormones of anterior pituitary gland. And the posterior pituitary hormones are vasopressin, also known as the antidiuretic hormone, or ADH, antidiuretic hormone. And second one is oxytocin. So these are the hormones of pituitary, and different hormones are secreted by the anterior as well as the posterior pituitary gland. So first, anterior pituitary. So the anterior pituitary secreted hormones that control a wide range of body activity. As we know, the hormones are the main chemical that control our body function as well as the activity. So the hypothalamus regulates the anterior pituitary by producing releasing hormone that stimulate the release of the anterior pituitary gland hormone. So here hypothalamus regulate the anterior pituitary gland. So the hypothalamus is secretes the release hormone. By this release hormones, the anterior pituitary gland release the hormones into the bloodstream, and inhibiting hormone that suppress the release of anterior pituitary gland's hormone. So through the hypothalamus the regulation of hormone is there. So by the releasing hormone, the anterior pituitary gland release the hormone, and by the inhibiting hormone, anterior pituitary gland suppress the release of hormone. So the anterior pituitary has 5 principal types of cells which secretes the 7 major hormone. So first one is GH, that is growth hormone. which stimulate the general body growth and regulate certain aspects of metabolism. As the name suggests, growth hormone that is the responsible for the growth and development of our body. Second one is TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, which controls secretion and the other activity of thyroid gland. As the name suggests, thyroid stimulating hormone. Stimulating hormone, that means of course it controls the secretion and other activity of thyroid. Now the FSH and LH. Together, FSH and LH stimulate the secretion of estrogen and the progesterone and the maturations of oocytes in the ovary and the secretion of the testosterone and the sperm production in the testes. So these two hormones are responsible for our reproduction. So the reproductive system in the male as well as in the female, these are the main hormones, right? FSH and LH. Now the prolactin. This hormone is mainly initiated the milk production in the women. Then adrenocorticotropic hormone and melanocyte stimulating hormone. ACTH stimulate the adrenal cortex to secrete the glucocorticoid, and melanocyte stimulating hormone affect the skin pigmentation. Skin pigmentation is mostly affected by the MSH. Okay, now here in the picture, the function of the different hormones is given as we discussed before. So growth hormone, that is regulatory metabolism, promote the tissue growth, especially of bones and the muscles. So if not proper secretion of growth hormone leads to growth deficiency. Then TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone, stimulate the growth and activity of thyroid gland. Then adrenocorticotropic hormone stimulate the adrenal cortex to secrete the glucocorticoid. Then PRL, that is responsible for breast tissue and the milk production. Then follicle stimulating hormone is responsible for production of the sperm in the testes and stimulate the secretion of estrogen by the ovaries and maturations of ovarian follicles. That is reproduction, mainly the function of the FHS in the reproduction. And LH is responsible for the secretion of this testosterone by the testes and stimulate the secretion of the progesterone by the corpus luteum. So this is all about the anterior pituitary growth hormone.